Hey, this is Lieutenant. We're back at the log cabin. Haven't been here for a while. Do as we always do, head inside, take a look at the condition of the cabin. Probably my favorite side in terms of the straightness of the wood. And also we did some chinking, but as you can imagine, it's a continual work in progress. A couple logs here. These hold up the loft inside. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. It's open here, get a little air inside. It's a humble one-room cabin. We have a wood stove here over in the corner. It's got just a very small fire lit with my rock surround. And here's my favorite place. Up in the loft area, up just like a half flight. We go to the loft. I affectionately call this area the library. Great place to catch up a little reading. Also probably the best place in the cabin to sleep. Nice cold winter day. Head up here where it's nice and high. You get the advantage of the heat rising off the wood stove to keep you nice and toasty warm. Got some dormer windows up here topside, letting a lot of light, and of course we get some ventilation for a day like today. The fireplace in the rock surround is one of my favorite places to build. Here you can see we just got a very extremely small fire going there, as well as a pot with wax in it. Just found that, so I thought I'd start that up. The rock walls are built from rocks in the surrounding areas, including some by Fort Anthony, and some up by Taylor's Falls. Got those flat ones on the top for the ledge. So the rock surround does provide some radiant heat. In the wintertime, it also serves as a fire protection for the heat of the wood stove. And I just moved my chair into its prime position for reading. Stoke the stove right underneath the lantern. Here's some additional bedding. The original design was for a 3-layer bunk. You can see we got the top bunk and 3 additional layers. The bottom bunk doesn't get used often. Pulled out the extension, so this would be when we're getting ready to go to bed or we want the extra space for the cabin for sleeping quarters. Pulls out the extension, it adds another 3 feet, probably gives you about 6 to 7 feet. Enough for a tall man, plus some of us personal gear. These end piece is just made out of plywood and wood, and has a couple of ropes that go up to nails up in the loft to hold it up. So it works very well when you're sleeping. Done sleeping for the night, you can simply disconnect the ropes, slide the piece in, and claim more of the cabin for living space. The bed from just another angle. You can see some of the fun we have getting these half-round big timbers and planks to keep that nice and safe up there. This ladder makes an easy climb up to the loft. Windows are the first ones that we built. You can see these give you good ventilation and also a nice look out into the forest. I mentioned one of my winter videos is a great place to hang any wet clothes that you have. Your socks or any wet clothing, hats, mittens up on here. The dry heat of the wood stove will have those nicely toasted and dried for you by morning. This front wall here is one project that really never got finished. This is my least favorite wall in terms of its ability to keep out the cold. The one idea I've had, and again is still on the drawing boards, is to remove half of this wall, the top half of the wall, extend the cabin about 8 or 10 feet. That way we could put another bunk in on the other side of the fire and give us a little more living space. One of the things I wanted to do was create a nice place safe for candles. And I did so with just a little cement work and rock work on the top here. Flat surface as well on top of the ledge, giving me a nice place to store any utensils that wouldn't be affected by the fire. All this log cabin was built by hand and with hand tools. Fire's burning down for the weekend. Until next time, pards, be safe, take care, and maybe I'll see you on the field or out on the march.